welcome to the Winters channel. So in this video we decided we would do 20/22 because we've actually got 22 facts about us. But yeah, we're going to do a facts about us because we've realised that you guys don't really know anything about us, and if you watch our YouTube channel then it's kind of awkward watching a video about two people who you know nothing about. So we have got 22 facts each that we are going to tell you guys.
Fun time.
So you can get to know us on a more personal level. Fact number 1. I am half Jamaican.
And my family, my grandparents actually, owned a house abroad in a little island just off of Italy, I believe it is, called Gozo. It's really nice there. We used to holiday there like at least twice a year.
Fact number 2. I broke my arm in year 2.
Hey, for fact number 2.
I broke 2 bones in my arm, but they were like a straight break, so I just had to have it manipulated into place.
That just cringes me out all the time. That's gross. What's my number 2? My dad, this was like years ago before I was born, luckily. My dad used to have a pet spider. It was a red Mexican. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Where they flick their hairs. It was one of them.
Fact number 3. I went to drama school for 6 years. I got a trophy and everything. I was like, my sister and I were the longest people to have ever been there. We used to go every single Friday and do these big massive productions and stuff.
Ooh, fancy. My fact number 3 is that I am terrified of heights. I think that's quite a common fear.
Yeah, it is.
For people. A lot of my facts are actually fears because I'm so.
It's alright. Most of my facts are about my biggest fear, so it's all good. But heights is a pretty common one, yeah. Fact number 4. So I'm allergic to loads of things. If you watch our daily vlogs, which we start again tomorrow. If you watch our daily vlogs, you know that our girls have allergies, and like we said, our girls' like medical issues are based on our medical issues. So that is why they've got allergies, because I have got very serious allergies. So yeah.
My fact number 4 is that I am quarter Irish, and I love that accent, but I just can't do it.
Fact number 5. I am terrified of sharks. Absolutely terrified. Like, it's not just one of those tiny little fears where you're like, ugh, I can't even look at pictures of sharks. I can't, anything I see with sharks in, besides cartoon sharks or sharks that look fake,
funny,
I just freak out. I can't even look at those sharks. Like when you search sharks with human teeth, I can't even look at that. It's to the point that I break down when I see pictures of sharks.
Yeah, that's like a proper phobia for you.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought that it was like me just pretending, but no, it's a general phobia. I'm terrified of sharks.
Yeah, absolutely. My fact number 5 is that my granddad was in the Navy. I don't know what his position was, but he used to just tell me stories, and that made me want to join the Navy at some point in my life.
What fact are we on? Number 6. Yeah. One of my family members back in the day had 64 houses. So that's a fun fact.
Were they like different places, like abroad and stuff?
Yeah.
It was to pay for hotels.
Yeah, they willed it to other people. This was like long before I was born, even like my dad was born. So they were willed to people, obviously, but because my dad does a lot of history stuff, like family history, that's how we found that out, which is always good.
It's cool. Back to what number are we on? 6. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, so I am 1 out of 4. I have 1 younger brother and 1 older brother, and then my sister's older than me.
Fact number 7. My dad was in the Navy.
Maybe they were in the same Navy. Different ages.
Yeah. My dad was in the Navy. He was in the Navy when he was quite young. I think his position was something to do. I can't be sure about that, so don't quote me. And I don't really want to be saying that on YouTube, so I think that's what his position was anyways.
Well, number 7. I've never actually been stung by like a bee or a wasp or anything, but I'm still terrified of them. Like, I will run. I will neg it.
Same. Fact number 8. I had my first nosebleed in Devon. I basically full-blown bolted myself into a wall and smacked my face against it. But on a positive note, I got an ice lolly for my nose and myself.
Woo. Devon is a place in England, for people that don't know.
Yeah. Sorry guys, probably should have explained that.
Yeah. What number were we on? 8?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a funny one, this. So my nan is like very petite and small, and it was really windy, like proper strong winds this day. And she used to walk me and my cousin to school. So we were walking to school and the wind like started to pick up, and we turned around to talk to our nan, and she like her feet were started to lift off the floor. So we had to run back and hold her down, and we had to link her arms the rest of the way to school. I still remember that like clear as day, and I was probably like 9. So
Fact number 9.
I forgot what number we were on.
Fact number 9. So despite my fear of sharks before it happened, I ate shark before. I can't remember if I was told by my brother or if I was told by my mum or my dad, but I ate shark before. I'm terrified of sharks because of when I went to an aquarium, a shark swam at the glass at me, and it just freaked me out because it was so big. But
So I'm guessing you were really young when you ate shark, if you don't remember.
yeah, I don't remember eating shark till yet. I probably was very young.
Would it have been in Jamaica?
No,
Yeah.
probably.
They serve shark here.
Yeah, they serve everything here.
I've never seen that on the menu.
You have to go to the right places.
Oh. I was
I was about to say fact number 10.
I haven't finished.
Off you go then.
I was stuck in a baby swing when I was like 15. I thought it was a good idea to try and climb into one. I managed to get in. I just couldn't work out how to get back out again. So my dad had to come with a screwdriver to the park and unscrew me.
Fact number 10. So I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. They are all older than me. I'm the youngest one. Aww. I'm the baby.
And that's opposite to me.
Yeah.
So my fact number 10 is that I've got a weird thing about textures. So do you though.
Yeah. Mine's not as bad as hers. Mine's like just one particular thing, really.
Yeah, but I've got quite a lot of weird things I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact number
11. How are we going to do that?
11. I was nearly blinded by a hornet. Very positive that, wasn't it? I got stung there, and somewhere in my like hair somewhere. All because we went on a camping type thing with our school, and 2 really annoying boys stood on a hornet's nest and then ran off. So all of us who were behind got the brunt of it, and we all got stung like multiple times, and I had like dead hornets on my back and stuff, and it was awful. It was nasty.
I think I would have cried.
I did cry.
Really?
Yes, really. I was like, what? Probably like 11?
Oh. What,
Yeah.
Was it like a year 7 thing?
Yeah.
Oh. What number was that?
I don't think it was. But carry on.
I used to have like loads of different types of pets when I was younger. So the weirdest ones were we used to have pet mice, and we used to have pet rats as well.
That's not even weird, pet mice.
No, but everyone's like, you had pet mice? Are you okay? But yeah, I had quite a few pet mice.
Fact number 12. I choked on
All happy things.
blackcurrant suvas twice. So I used to have quite a big fear of blackcurrant suvas because I choked on them twice.
I made lunch once and I just balanced it on my leg. It was like a cup of soup. Balanced it on my leg and my dog comes running past, waggling his tail. I don't know how a little tail pushed over this cup, but it pushed over this cup and it poured all down my leg when the kettle had just been boiled, so it like burned all of my leg, and I had like a scar around my knee for a good year after. Yeah.
Fact number 13. I cannot ride a bike.
My fact number 13 is that I like to read books.
Fact number 14. I learned how to swim about a year ago, and now I love swimming.
I taught her. My favourite animal are wolves.
Fact number 15. I used to have a fear of taking tablets, but now I have to, so
She sort of has to get over it.
yeah.
My fact number 15 is that I used to go to a wolf trust like quite a few times a year, and we used to walk wolves, stroke wolves. We did quite a few things with them. But yeah, they're my favourite animals, so it was fun times.
Fact number 16. My fact number 16. I had 4 rabbits, 1 hamster, and 1 guinea pig.
All at the same time?
No, but I had 4 of them. I had Star, Nibbles, Skittles, Thumper. They were all the rabbits. Then I had Spartacus, who was the hamster, and then I had Ginger, who was the guinea pig.
So cute. What number are we on? 16?
Yeah.
Mine is that I used to go to like gigs and concerts like a lot, like at least once a month, because I just love to travel around the area and go to and see music that I love.
Fact number 17. I need to turn over the page, guys. Fact number 17. I have worked with kids. Well, I don't work with them anymore at the moment, but I worked with kids for 7 years of my life.
I'm scared of a movie, like it's a quite a horror movie, you'd say, called It. It's about a clown. I think it's very big in England. I don't know if it's big anywhere else.
It probably is.
But yeah, that's probably the worst film ever.
Fact number
18.
18. I got stuck in a bathroom. I locked myself in. I have a scar on this finger, but obviously I can't show you because it's strapped into this one, but you've seen the scar, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's like about that big, and basically I tried to open it so hard that the lock part dug into my finger and like kind of dug out a hole. But I threatened to climb out the window, so that's all good things.
The fact that you got yourself stuck in there and panicked.
And then they called the fire, like the fire people, and all they had to do was get a screwdriver and turn it like that.
We're all good things, good things. 18. So there's a children's movie that I get nightmares over. I don't know what about it that scares me so much. I didn't think it did scare me until I had nightmares about it. So now I can't watch it. It's a film called Cars.
Just in case any of you have seen that.
Yeah.
Fact number 19. I would love to go to Australia, but I'm terrified of snakes and spiders.
That's
so
exactly what my number 19 is as well.
We both love
So
Australia.
if they just migrate all the spiders...
It's because they got spiders that are like the size of dinner plates, guys. Like, come
and
on.
And the spiders that live under toilet seats and everything.
Yeah, like, no thank you. And snakes that like, oh, no.
My dad's friend actually migrated to Australia and he came back within a month because of all the spiders.
Fact number 20. I am afraid of the dark.
I don't know how to put this in a sentence. I drove a boat in Gozo when I was 15. It was only for like 10 minutes, but I still drove a boat, and there was people from the public on it.
Fact number 21. I am terrified of water. Not in a sense like, obviously I have a shower, obviously I wash my hair, obviously I go swimming, but there is like this swimming pool that we went to once, I think it was once, right?
I don't know which one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a swimming pool that we went to once that we will never go back to again because the water is so deep.
Even I can't swim in it.
So deep. No, we can swim in it, but it's deep that like your feet obviously don't touch the floor. We even tried to like swim down on one of the parts that weren't that deep, and we couldn't even touch the bottom there. And I think the deepest part was like 2.5 meters or something. So you think about how deep that is, guys. That's crazy.
I think even the shallowest bit was like quite like came up to my neck.
Yeah.
Like my chin. So.
But because of that, and just because of my massive fear of sharks, I am terrified of like open water / deep water. So anything that's deep, or if like rivers and stuff, I know that sharks aren't there. But because of my massive fear of sharks, it kind of stems, and I'm now terrified of deep water and like massive open water. So I can't go in the sea unless it's like the shallow part of the sea.
Talking of the sea, my number 21 is that when I was on holiday in Gozo, I swam with dolphins.
Fact number 22, the last fact. I have got family in Australia. I sounded Australian when I said that.
You got family in Australia?
Yeah.
Don't go visit them.
No, thank you.
Scare all the spiders away.
No, thank you.
My number 22 is that I play guitar. And I like to play guitar.
That really hurt my finger. So that is all of our facts, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure if we think of anything else super interesting about ourselves, because you know we're really interesting people, we will do another one. But just so you guys are aware of some more bits about us, so you get to know us, you know, because it's nice to watch a channel and know a bit about who you're watching. So that's why we decided to do that, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and make sure that you like, comment and subscribe, and watch out for our next video. Bye guys.